ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। अष्टप्रायेषु रुद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from 9th canto, 18th chapter, text number 23, 9.18.23. ययाति मुला ययातिर अनभिप्रेतं दैवोपहृतम् आत्मनः मनस्तु तद्गतं बुद्ध्वा प्रतिजग्राह तद्वचः। ययातिर अनभिप्रेतं दैवोपहृतम् आत्मनः मनस्तु तद्गतं बुद्ध्वा प्रतिजग्राह तद्वचः। ययातिर अनभिप्रेतं दैवोपहृतम् आत्मनः मनस्तु तद्गतं बुद्ध्वा प्रतिजग्राह तद्वचः। बोलिए। ₹1000 देना पड़ेगा, लेट फीस। लेट आया ना, है फाइन। ऐसा रखना पड़ेगा ना। लेट आएगा तो 1000 रुपीज़। हाँ हाँ वो माता जी हर हफ्ता देना पड़ेगा। हाँ पेड़ा। हाँ रिंकू मिश्रा आती नहीं आजकल। Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. Sukadeva Goswami continued, because such a marriage is not sanctioned by regular scriptures, King Yati did not like it, but because it was arranged by providence and because he was attracted by Devyani's beauty, he accepted her request. According to the Vedic system, the parents would consider the horoscopes of the boy and girl who were to be married. If, according to astrological calculations, the boy and the girl were compatible in every respect, the match was called Yotaka, and the marriage would be accepted. Even 50 years ago, this system was current in Hindu society. Regardless of the affluence of the boy or the personal beauty of the girl, without this astrological compatibility, the marriage would not take place. A person is born in one of the three categories known as Devagana, Manushyagana and Rakshasagana. In different parts of the universe, there are demigods and demons, and in human society also, some people resemble demigods, whereas others resemble demons. If, according to astrological calculations, there was conflict between a godly and demoniac nature, the marriage would not take place. Similarly, there were calculations of Pratiloma and Anuloma. Central idea is that if the boy and girl were on an equal level, the marriage would be happy. Whereas inequality would lead to unhappiness. Because care is no longer taken in marriage, we now find many divorces. Indeed, divorce has now become a common affair, although formerly one's marriage would continue lifelong, and the affection between husband and wife was so great that the wife would voluntarily die when her husband died, or would remain a faithful widow throughout her entire life. Now, of course, this is no longer possible, for human society has fallen to the level of animal society. Marriage now takes place simply by agreement. Dampatya abhiruchur hetu. The word abhiruchi means agreement. If the boy and girl simply agree to marry, the marriage takes place. But when the Vedic system is not rigidly observed, marriage frequently ends in divorce. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Tam Yena Bhutale Rupa Katamiham Atasma Parantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Rupa Padakamalam Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajiva Vaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Krishna Krishna Kadipamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvanusude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaurabhavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Last time, where did we stop? Anybody remembers? Sharmishta threw Devyani in the well. So, meanwhile, Maharaj Ayati, who is the son of Maharaj Nahusha, Maharaj Ayati's eldest brother was Yati. So he is one of the, he became renounced. He became renounced in his early age. So that is why Maharaj Ayati became the king of the whole world. So we see the history of Dushyanta Maharaj also, we have seen by the influence of providence. Right? He came there. Otherwise she would have died, right? Devyani, she would have died. But if you are destined to live, Krishna will make some arrangement. Right? So by the influence of Maharaj, providence, Maharaj Ayati reached there. So he was feeling thirsty, then he went to the well. There he saw a very beautiful girl, Devyani, that too without any clothes. He took out his Angavastra and gave her. So then he extended his right hand and he asked her to extend her right hand. But there also by the will of providence, she extended her left hand. Right? So he caught hold of her left hand and pulled her out. So then he is a Kshatriya and then he is very handsome, youthful guy. So she fell in love with him as soon as she saw him. Then he asked her, "Who are you?" How he fell into the well. Then she said, like this happened. And then she told that she is very bold. She is not a shy type. She said, "You are my husband." How you are saying I am your husband? Because with your right hand you touched my left hand. So that is called panigrahana. Right? बोलो सुशील मेरा आरजे. जोक्स भी भूल जाता है आपका. हाँ? यू टेल मैं आरजे. हाँ? रॉटन जोक. हाँ? हाँ? Huh? You remember? I can tell again. सूर्य ग्रहण सूर्य ग्रहण lasts for 2 hours 45 minutes. Chandra Grahan lasts for 1 hour 45 minutes. But Pani Grahan lasts for 7 years, 7 lifetimes. Once one husband and wife, they are driving. One beggar came. He took the purse of his wife and gave it to her. He gave it to him. And then he took out some money and gave it to him. He said, आपका जोड़ी सलामत रहे 7 जन्म तक. रास्केल 7 जन्म वापस ले लिया. नहीं आपका ये लास्ट जन्म है ये. हाँ, ये आपका लास्ट जन्म है, 7वां जन्म है. और पर्स लेके दे देता, पर्स लेके दे दिया. ऐसा. देन ही सेड, he objected, I am a Kshatriya, you are a daughter of very great Acharya, Shukracharya. A man would like to surround himself with the fire, a fire and the and wish, the poison. Kills only the person came in contact with that fire or poison. क्या है? हाँ?
YouTube का sound there is some air but we can't.
There is some problem.
Can you keep it up?
इसका वॉल्यूम बढ़ाओ ना. नहीं ऐसे उससे कम. Other day Radha Chamati also was complaining there is sound is low. ठीक है. What was that? Poison. Only when you consume, the person who consumed it, he only is killed. The person who is contacting fire, he only gets burned. But Brahmana's anger destroys the whole family. They get destroyed. So I don't want to invite the wrath of your father. Then Devyani, she knows the weakness of her father. That you don't worry, I will take care. I will take care. Like that. So that is the topic here, right? Anulom vivaha, pratilom vivaha. Prabhupada writes in the purport. A Brahmana man can marry a Kshatriya girl, but a Kshatriya man cannot marry a Brahmin girl. Abhi Sudras, ye Dalits Sudras, they also want to marry, Brahmin girls. And then what to speak of, interreligion and other things like that. uh, they are thoroughly condemned. This is this is pratilom vivaha, means a kshatriya marrying a Brahmin girl. Like that. So it is condemnable. So Prabhupada is writing that Devaguna, Manushya Guna and Rakshas Guna. So Rakshas Guna boy and then Rakshas Guna girl, if they marry, दोनों मिलके साजिश करेगा. Right, in the family they are successful. But if the Devaguna girl, Devaguna man and then Rakshas Guna girl, if they combine, that man's life becomes hell. So, anyway, nowadays the astrologers also, today that devotee Revati Raman Prabhu is giving lecture, and he was telling that if you attend Mangalarti every day, no dosha will touch you. Rahu dosha, Rahu dosha, Ketu dosha, Kala Sarpa dosha. What other doshas are there? Pitru dosha, Matru dosha, like that, so many doshas. But if you attend Mangalarti every day, they don't touch you. Right? So all of you who cannot come for Mangalarti every day, at least wake up 4:30 in the morning and then attend online. ऑनलाइन मंगलारती यू अटेंड ऑल ऑफ यू. कितने बजे उठते हैं आप लोग? ओह माय गॉड, इट्स टू लेट. क्या? आई वेक अप एट 2:45. Then I chant Gajendra Moksha prayers, right? And then get ready. Sometimes I wake up, but I don't get up because I just keep saying some prayers and all. Then I wake up later, like that. But नींद खुल जाता है 2:45. मेरा घंटी बजती है 2:45. Nowadays I have a problem. If I sleep early, 1:30 बजे नींद खुल जाता है. That's why purposefully I had to wake. I had to remain awake till 10:30, 11 like that. Then 2:45 my sleep breaks. Otherwise, if I sleep early 9:30, 10 o'clock, my God, I have a big problem. So please wake up, 4:30. आप 4:30 उठते हैं? You? उठ जाने का 4:30 बजे उठ जाना और टीवी में you are online, switch on the online Mangalarti. You can see me also every day. Many people, अरे प्रभुजी I see you every day. सब लोग बहुत लोग बोलते हैं मेरे को दुबई में इधर उधर, आपको देखता हूँ मंगलारती. YouTube, ISKCON Juhu YouTube channel is there. Our website is there. ISKCON Juhu. Yeah. Website is there. ISKCON Juhu official. Our YouTube channel there. It is there. So then आप लोग अटेंड करते हो कि नहीं? नहीं क्यों? You wake up 4:30? Attend Mangala Aarti? Huh? Very good. So please attend. See how great souls every day they come for Mangala Aarti. Big businessmen. Huh? खड़े हो जाओ, आपको देखना चाहते हैं पंकज शाह.
They come every day.
Radhakrishna Mataji, huh? For almost 30 years she is coming from Mangala Aarti. Yeah? She does flower ka seva, and then she goes back, and then she comes from Mangala Aarti, she makes juice and all, and then she goes back and then prepares breakfast for her husband, and then comes back again 7:15. Then she is there till 10 o'clock making garland, and then she goes back and again she goes to school for making garlands. And then there is one Shubhangi Mataji is there. These two people, and then who else? Our group. Ravi used to come. Ravi Trivedi used to come. Nowadays he doesn't. There are many devotees, who come for Mangala Aarti every day. There is one girl, Vidya also, with that poor girl, she wakes her up. Every day she comes, she brings her. सोती रहती है, बच्चों को भी लेके आ जाते हैं. It's a very great thing, all of you. At least once in a week come for Mangala Aarti. Huh? क्या? एडवांस होना चाहिए ना आप लोग. You should make advancement. Otherwise, there is one insect, Gongalipur, not caterpillar. That if you see for hours together, it stays there only. What is that insect? Very slowly it walks. Huh? Yeah. Very slowly it walks. Snail. That's why they say snail space. Right? Don't remain like a snail, Making progress like a snail. Anyway, all these things are there. So meanwhile, then he left her and then he went away. Then don't worry, ho jayega. Like that. So meanwhile, I think we covered this conversation between Shukracharya and Devyani. Okay? So then, when Devyani did not come back, so Shukracharya sent her his maidservant, and then she came looking for Devyani, and then she was there under a tree. She said, "I will not enter the city. Okay? I will not enter the city." So she was crying, and then that is their weapon. She was crying. So by the time Shukracharya came running, I think I covered this.
That is cut story.
Yeah. So by the time Shukracharya came running, so he asked Devyani, what happened like that. So Devyani replied that Sharmishta did like this to me. So whatever she did, it is okay, but the words she spoke, then she said, "You are like a beggar, waiting at the house, Rishaparva's house, like that." So she said, "I am a beggar's daughter." So this kind of profession is not good. Then Shukracharya said, "You don't know my power. Even the great demigods wait on me. I am not waiting for his money." Anyway, I think that this priesthood is a condemned profession for a Brahmana, Purohit. Right? So I think, for a Brahmana, Uncha Vritti. What is Uncha Vritti? Uncha Vritti means the Brahmanas, they go to the field and collect the grains. Collect the grains, and they simply subsist on that. Right? Otherwise, Ajagar Vritti. You know what is Ajagar Vritti? Dharmartham apineheta, tatratam adhanon adhanam. So Narada Muni is saying, in 7th canto, 15th chapter, Aniha manasya Maha Aher Iva Vrittida. Right? So Narada Muni is saying, whether you have money or you don't have money, don't try to earn money. Right? And be satisfied with whatever you have. And then if you are Aniha manasya, if you are free from material desires, just like python gets its food by the arrangement of the nature, a Brahmana or whatever, he will get the food by the arrangement of Krishna. But the condition is free from material desire. मेरे जैसा ऐसा अजागर वृत्ति पर करेगा, कृष्णा बोलेगा मरने तो साले. Right? कोई देगा ही नहीं. Right? But if you are free from material desire, Krishna will supply. So the Brahmanas, there are the sannyasis, they used to do this Ajagar Vritti. So Shukracharya said, okay, we will do like that, better like that. Then he went to Maharaj Rishabharva, then said, your daughter has insulted my daughter like this. I am leaving the city and going. Once Indra was cursed by, Indra insulted Brahaspati. Brahaspati left the demigods. As soon as Bali Maharaj came to know that they don't have the strength of Brahmanas, immediately they came and attacked. And they usurped the kingdom of heaven. And then when the demigods went to Lord Vishnu replied that right now Shukracharya, Bali Maharaj was worshipping Shukracharya with great devotion, because Lord Vishnu told them that because they have got the blessings of a Brahmana, Shukracharya, now you cannot defeat them. But the same Brahmana, when he curses Bali Maharaj, then he would lose all the kingdom. So that time these kingdoms used to subsist on the strength of the Brahmanas tapas shakti, blessings. So Rishabharva Maharaj became very, very afraid that if Shukracharya leaves, what will happen to my kingdom? Then that is why he came running. Please don't go. He fell at the feet of Shukracharya and begged, please don't leave, please don't leave. Then he said, fulfill the desire of my daughter. So Maharaj Rishabharva came running, because Devyani said, I am not going to enter the city. And then Rishabharva and Shukracharya, they came. Then said, my dear daughter, what do you want? Then she said, your daughter has insulted me, so Sharmishta should become my maid servant along with her friends. Even when I get married, she should come with me as a maid servant. Right? Why she had to become a maid servant? Because जुमान केची तरह चलाई. Right? She said what all she said, to Devyani. You are a beggar's daughter, this and that. When my father throws the little bread crumbs, your father picks them up and Prabhupada said this is called verbal duel. मेरा बाप ऐसा है, मैं sometimes Jetani and Devrani, they fight. Is it not? मेरा बाप ऐसा है, ऐसा तुम्हारा बाप ऐसा था, देन दे हैव पूरा हिस्ट्री में चला जाता है, एंसेस्ट्रल हिस्ट्री में, तुम्हारा दादा ऐसा था, तुम्हारा नानी ऐसी थी, पूरा हिस्ट्री वो लोग खंगालते हैं. Prabhupada said it's a very natural thing, So Prabhupada expressed surprise that even during those times it is like that, verbal duel. So जुबान चलाना, so बहुत महंगी पड़ा, right? जुबान चलाने की, चुप रह जाती, ये सब नहीं होता. Maharaj Rishabhadeva was in a big fix, so he went to his daughter. There is a equation. In order to save one family, save one family, you can give up one person in the family. In order to save one kula, you can give up one family, right? In order to save the village, you can give up one kula. In order to save the town, one town, you can give up one village. In order to save the country, you can give up one city, one town. In order to save oneself, one can give up the whole universe. समझ में है? सोएगा तो कैसा समझ में आएगा? Should remain awake. क्यों? क्या समझ में नहीं आया?
The last one.
What is that? In order to save oneself, one can give up the whole universe. Rupa said the first universal law is self-preservation. One of the purports Prabhupada writes. Self-preservation, right? In order to save one family, one can give up one person, right? In order to save one caste, one kula, one can give up one family. In order to save one village, one can give up one kula, caste, right? In order to save a town, one can give up one village, right? In order to save the country, you can give up one town. In order to save oneself, one can give up the whole universe, right? Those who have heard my katha, in what context this comes, Prabhupada writes about that. Anybody heard? First day katha. You can. Vasudev, very good. एक तो सुन रही है अच्छा से, right? So all these things, one should remember all these things. So one should preserve one's body, should not let it die without trying, because human body is very precious, so that you can enjoy Krishna consciousness, you can practice Krishna consciousness. Then she agreed. So Sharmista, in order to save the Rakshas Kula, she sacrificed her life. Her anger and her harsh words, they are momentary, like that. So later on, Shukracharya sent a message to Maharaj Yayati that come and marry my daughter Devyani. So Prabhupada writes, Yayati Maharaj, even though he was hesitating, because Devyani is a very beautiful girl, he was attracted to her. He wanted to marry her also, but he was very afraid of the wrath of Brahmana. So that is why he was hesitating. But when Shukracharya himself, so Devyani convinced. So of course Devyani told Maharaj Yayati that it is the will of providence actually, because Kacha, one Brahmana, son of Brahaspati, cursed me that I cannot marry a Brahmana I have to marry a Kshatriya. I think so. This God has sent you, to rescue me. So you should marry me. So then that time also, that one time only Devyani clarified with Maharaj Yayati that I am destined to marry Kshatriya only. So Shukracharya also came to know about this. Then he said, who else, emperor of the whole world, Maharaj Yayati, very famous king, handsome, young. He knew the frailty of sending a beautiful girl like Sharmista. Right? That is where Shukracharya called Yayati privately that never lie down with this girl Sharmista, otherwise I will not keep quiet. So Yayati Maharaj agreed that, but Prabhupada writes that it is a custom in the previous ages that whenever a princess is married, along with her, maid servants also, they go with her. Just like when Devaki was married, so many maid servants are sent. Sometimes Kshatriyas, the kings, they impregnate these girls. They are dependent on the king. But they are when they get children, they are not known as Kshatriya kings, because they are actually known as Dasi Putra. Right? Prabhupada writes, there is always, the population of girls are more than eligible men. Nowadays, that's why it is very difficult to get a boy nowadays. The girls are struggling. So many girls, pati nahi milta hai. So, in such circumstances, the kings used to maintain these girls because they are dependent on the kings. So along with that, but they don't get inheritance. But the king takes care. They are very rich, so that is why Akbar used to have some 500 harem. Harem? 500 girls he used to maintain. So maid servants. Can you imagine? Rakshas Raj, Vrishaparva Maharaj ka daughter becoming a maid servant. That is also will of providence. So Devyani is very proud girl, proud. She was very proud. So he was treating her friend. Once upon a time they were friends, but now, she was so proud and angry that she was treating her as a maid servant. She has no compassion. Jane do na, So that is a ninth kind of Bhagavatam. Of course, all women are not like that. Some women are like that. Urvasi, when Maharaj Pururava, so Maharaj Pururava, Yayati Maharaj's ancestor, he was running after Urvasi like anything. Then Urvasi gave him counseling that you are such a great king belonging to Chandravamsha. Why are you running after a girl like this? Then she explained the nature of a woman, that a woman's heart, her words are sweet like honey, but her heart is sharp like a knife. And she said that some women, they are actually, they don't forgive people when they offend. Even the husband also, sometimes the husband also offends the wife, and then she doesn't forgive. And she takes revenge, and then she gets him killed even. Very, very danger. Right? Saved. So it is Sometimes every woman is not like that, but ऐसे औरत का पाला पड़ गया था बस खत्म, right? She says, these are not my words, Urvasi is saying, if she is angry, she even gets her husband, her brother and her father also get killed. So stay away, you are such a great king, why are you running after me? Like that. Even what's her name? Mohini Murthy also, she tells the Rakshasas, अरे आप तो आर्यवंशी है, ऐसा, why are you believing in trusting a woman? No, you are not like, usually we don't trust women, but we trust you. Anyway. One day, so Devayani got 2 sons. One day, Maharaj Yayati went to park. There he went alone, garden. He was strolling around. There Sharmishta approached Maharaj Yayati. She said, I have attained puberty. I want a son from you. Maharaj Yayati said, my father-in-law warned me that I should not lie down with you. Then Sharmishta, based on dharma, she argued with him that you have actually announced in the kingdom that whatever they want, they can ask from me and get it. So is it for everybody and then not for me? Except myself, except me, it is for everybody? Maharaj Yayati धर्म संकट में पड़ गया. If a Kshatriya is approached by a eligible woman seeking a son, desiring a son, he should not refuse. If he refuses, he will become a bull in the next life. Bail. So, you know the story that Hidimbi. Hidimbi approached Bhimsen. Bhimsen said, my elder brother Yudhishthira Maharaj is not married, so I cannot marry you. Then she approached Kunti Maharani, that your son, I am seeking a son from your son, from your Bhimsen. He is refusing. So Kunti Maharani and Yudhishthira Maharaj, they have consulted that it's an offense. It is against the law that when a Kshatriya is approached by eligible women to refuse. So before Yudhishthira Maharaj got married, they arranged their marriage, right? So Hidimbi and Bhimsen son was Ghatotkacha, right? He played a very big part in in Mahabharata, right? In what way?
The main thing was for Arjun, that was
Shaktiman, like that. So that is there, right? So when Arjuna came back and then after visiting Dwarka, then Krishna disappeared. So Yudhishthira Maharaj, seeing the face of Arjuna, he asked, did you refuse a eligible woman when she approached? One of the questions Yudhishthira Maharaj asked Arjuna, like that. Anyway, then so Maharaj Yayati, like Dushyant Maharaj, his mind is always fixed in dharma. So following the dharmic principles, right? Maharaj Yayati combined with Sharmishta, and then Sharmishta became pregnant. When Devayani came to know, she asked him, I hope you didn't sleep with my husband. Then Sharmishta lied. Right? Said, there is one very effulgent sage came. Then I requested him. I requested to give a son to me. Then she asked, what is his ancestry? What is his gotra? What is his name? Then she said, he is so effulgent and is so, such a huge tapasvi, body tapasvi. I don't dare to ask him all these details. Then Devayani said, as long as it is not my husband, I have no problem. Like that. आपका हस्बैंड दूर दूर तक कोई रिश्ता नहीं है आपका हस्बैंड के साथ. Like that. Prabhupada writes in the purport that actually this is dharma, dharma viruddha bhuteshu, kamasmin bhartarshubha, because it is the duty of the kshatriya to fulfill the desire of a young kshatriya, young girl to have a son. So he cannot refuse. Like that. So this is dharma, it is nothing adharma. Like that. So they did exchange of rings, kandar vivaha. It is illicit sex is never allowed. So he married her, exchanging rings. One day, the sons became little bigger. One day, they were Devayani, along with her two sons, was visiting a park, garden, along with her husband. Sharmishta also came with her three sons. अभी एक से नहीं रुका, वो तीन हो गया, तीन बच्चे हो गए उसका. देवयानी आस्किंग कौन है उसका बाप कौन है? नहीं वही तेजस्वी. Telling lies is always in. Then she, महाराज भरत, इन लोगों का आता है, दुष्यंत महाराज का, हम पहले उसको पढ़ लिया था. भरत महाराज, दुष्यंत पुत्र भरत महाराज, his wives became pregnant, and when they gave birth to the children, they were not resembling Bharat Maharaj. Right? There is a joke, one of our devotees, he kept on producing children. Sevatullah and we are joking. He has taken a vow. He is going to produce children till the time the son resembles him. It's a joke like that. So all the ladies, they killed the sons because they are not resembling, because Bharat Maharaj will ask kiska bacha hai, they are not resembling me. But here these boys are completely resembling Maharaj Yayati. And then when Devayani saw, when Devayani saw, अरे बाबा ये तो ययाति का बच्चे हैं, they are looking like Yayati, they are resembling Yayati. Then Yayati, then she called, little bit when Sharmishta and little bit busy, she called these boys, आपका बाप कौन है? They showed, तुम्हारी मम्मी कौन है? Cheating, huh? And then, huh?
के पास
मायके भाग गई. हाँ? And then उसके पीछे पीछे ये भी भाग. Huh? Yeah, because he is attached to Devyani. Then she went and reported to Maha Shukracharya. And then Devyani, Prabhupada writes in the purport that he was massaging the feet of Devyani. उसको मनाने के लिए. Right? लेकिन वो माना नहीं. वो गलती किया उन्होंने. Right? So how much ever he tried to pacify her, consoling her and all that, but she didn't relent. When seeing the distress of his daughter, Shukracharya cursed Maharaj Yayati that you will become invalid, you will become old age, premature old age. Right? Premature old age. Maharaj Yayati said, if I become old, your daughter is young, she only will suffer. Right? And then Maharaj Shukracharya understood. Prabhupada said, Shukracharya means he is very expert in producing children. वो भी वही धंधा में है. He understood. What is क्या है, that is why. Then he said, okay, I cannot take back the curse. Once one person, one boy is strolling around. And then he asked, one person met the boy, what is your name? He said, my name is June. ऐसा कैसे? आपके you have some brothers? Yeah, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. कितना? December तक. Right? And then so many? Yeah, I've got sisters also. What? उनका नाम क्या है? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. तो आपका बाप क्या करता है? यही करता है. The whole world is like this. So Prabhupada writes, Shukracharya means, we are expert in all these things. Then he understood the problem of his daughter. And he said, if any of your sons agrees to take your old age and give their youth, then you can regain your youth. Prabhupada writes in the purport, this, and then Maharaj Yayati calls his eldest son Yadu, Devyani's son, Yadu. Prabhupada writes that, see, this is the effect of kama, lust. How shameless he is, that his father is asking his son to give his youth so that he can enjoy. Right? So, kama isthaistha hrita jnana prapadyante anya devata. Maybe I can read that purport. My dear son, I am not yet satisfied in my sexual desires, but if you are kind to me, you can take the old age given by your maternal grandfather, and I may take your youth so that I may enjoy life for a few years more. This is the nature of lusty desires. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Kamesthaisther hrita jnana. When one is too attached to sense gratification, he actually loses his sense. The word hrita jnanaha refers to one who has lost his sense. Here is an example The father shamelessly asked his son to exchange youth for old age. Of course, the entire world is under such illusion. Therefore, it is said that everyone is pramatta or exclusively mad. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma. When one becomes almost like a madman, he indulges in sex and sense gratification. Sex and sense gratification can be controlled. However, when one achieves perfection, when he has no desires for sex, this is possible only when one is fully Krishna conscious. Yadavadi mama cheta Krishna padara vinde navanava rasa dhamni udyatam gantumasit tadavadi bata nari sangame smaryamane bhavati mukha vikaraha shushtu nishtivanancha. Since I have been engaged in the transcendent loving service of Krishna, realizing ever new pleasure in him, whenever I think of sex pleasure, I spit at that thought and my lips curl with distaste. Sexual desire can be stopped only when one is fully Krishna conscious and not otherwise. As long as one has desires for sex, one must change his body and transmigrate from one body to another to enjoy sex in different species of forms. But although the forms may be differ, the business of sex is the same. Therefore, it is said, punas charvita charunanam. Those who are very much attached to sex life transmigrate from one body to another with the same business of chewing the chewed, tasting sex enjoyment as a dog, sex enjoyment as a hog, sex enjoyment as a demigod, and so on. This is from 9.18.39. Right? Next week we will hear the answers given by his 5 sons. Right? Can you imagine? Father asking, इतना shameless, लेकिन ऐसा ही होता है. Anybody has any questions?
So you said Mahabharata started with that dog. Is that?
हो गया अभी. Go and hear. First lecture you hear. Any other questions? Any on this topic? Any comments? Yeah.
Why do you blame Muslims?
I am not blaming.
No, why do you blame Muslims? They are against Prabhupada. See the.
No, nothing wrong. Gandhari had 100 sons. Right? Our Daksha Prajapati had 10,000 sons. And then, No. Prabhupada said we should have as many sons as possible, as many children as possible. But nowadays they want to have only one child or 2 children because they think that it's a childbirth is a burden. अरे 10 लाख रुपए school fees. Eco Monday.
International school.
Full model international.
Yeah, 10 lakh rupees for a small child. So if you have 10-15 children, 1 crore se right? That's why they don't. I studied free school. My father had 6 children, but we all studied in free school. Jilla Parishad High School, ZPH. ZPHS मेरा स्कूल का नाम डोंकराय, our village. My father is a project engineer in a project area. Even that still that project is there. Sileru dam. My father is one of the engineers who constructed, who was involved. So ours is a gated community. So we had a school, free, only 15 rupees exam fee. That's it. That's where my father could educate 6 children. अभी 6 बच्चों को हर साल 15 लाख भरना पड़ेगा. कैसा होगा, right? like that. One of her devotees' daughter, she is paying 25 lakhs for her engineering course. Right? Do you know how much I paid? Huh? 12,000 rupees. I studied mechanical engineering. Huh? 5,000 rupees. Yeah. See? Only 3,000 rupees per year. My education fees. So because of cost of living, the people hesitate to have more children. But our other day Devakiran Rupa was giving lecture. He was saying previously they used to have many children. अभी विधिवशात कोई मर गया तो भी इतना रोते नहीं थे. अरे अभी 15 चिल्ड्रन है, एक मर गया तो भी ठीक. Right? One of our devotee couple, they had only one daughter. Then she died. Now they have no children. Anyway, that's how it is. Please come Wednesday, Radhastami. 11 o'clock Abhishek, 7:30 Darshanarti, 6 o'clock Shobha Yatra, 4:30 Mangala Aarti, 6 o'clock, 6:30 Shobha Yatra, 7:30 Darshanarti, new dress, and 11 o'clock Abhishek, Radha Krishna Abhishek, very beautiful, and 5 o'clock flower dress. Ladies can come and do seva also. Flower dress we are making on 10th. You can all come if you want. You can do seva. Flowers तोड़ना ये सब कर सकते हैं. And then 5 o'clock flower dress darshan, and then 7:30 very beautiful boat festival. Right? So don't miss. And then after this, no festivals till January 14th. Of course, Govardhan Puja comes, but most of us we are not here. Okay? Thank you. Hare Krishna.